fantasy football off-season buy in Dynasty Superflex leagues that I feel like is one of the biggest winners of this year's NFL draft has to be Geno Smith, who I don't feel like is getting talked about enough right now, and I still don't think costs you that much. 2022, 18.5 fantasy points per game. That was top 10 for the position. Speaking of top 10s, he was top 10 in passing attempts, red zone attempts, deep ball attempts, passing yards, yards per attempt, true completion percentage. You can see on playerprofiler.com all of the accuracy metrics. This guy was good at getting the ball in his playmakers' hands. He had 6 top 7 fantasy weeks. Maybe he wasn't winning you all of your matchups, but he was very consistent on the year. An early indicator that Geno Smith was a buy was that he got the bag. He earned it. 3-year, $105 million contract extension by the Seahawks. And a lot of people were mocking, hey, maybe Will Levis will get drafted by the Seahawks. Maybe Hendon Hooker. What did they do, though? Defense, another weapon. Defense, another weapon. Offensive lineman. Defense, offensive lineman, defense, and another running back. So in the backfield for Geno Smith, we have Kenneth Walker, over 1,000 rushing yards in his rookie season. They draft Zach Charbonnet to pair up with Ken Walker, who had over 1,100 rushing yards in back-to-back seasons, 75 college receptions as well. This duo was slept on by everybody, probably including myself, going into last season. Both DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett had over 1,000 yards receiving. And then you go and add Jackson Smith and Jigba to that core, the number 1 wide receiver in this draft class who lit the college football world on fire in 2021 with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave on the roster. So check the boxes with me. Very good 2022 season. Got paid. Already had good weapons, and then they added more weapons to them. And they didn't even draft competition for Geno Smith. I don't think the asking price for Geno Smith is very high. Here's an example. Would you rather have Geno Smith and everything I just talked about, or the 112 in your rookie draft heading into 2023, especially if you are a contender in your dynasty league? When the cost does not match the potential production for a player in dynasty fantasy football leagues, that's when you buy.